So apparently it is the day for a brand new Duel Links box reveal, and it's the one we kind of expected from the leaks. Voltage of Metal, the brand new mini box coming tomorrow, which is a very quick turnaround. It's coming out on the 22nd in the UK, 23rd in Japan, 22nd in America, so I think it's going to be a midnight JST box, and that'll be like 4 PM UK time, and no idea for America. But I saw this morning, I saw it came out, haven't looked at it at all, apart from the fact this is WindUp in Giga Gear, which we kind of knew from the leaks anyway. And I asked you guys, what do you think? And 50% said YouTube top tier mini box, and I hope so, because the last one, the last mini especially, outside of Karma Cut, wasn't very good. So let's try and skim right down, and there we go. Okay, Gigant X, which we knew about before, rank 4, generic for machines. Once per turn, detach one to add one level below machine from your deck to your hand. That is incredibly good, incredibly powerful, even if it might not be right now. It obviously depends on what we get for machines, but just being able to search out anything, it's a rotor in an XYZ monster, which is great. And when it leaves the field, you can target level 3 lower Giga Gear in your graveyard and bring it back out, which gets you your Gigianos, or I think it might just be them. The rest of them I think are level 4s. The Gigianos, which I believe will probably be reprinted in this box. We'll just see. Yes, they are. You'll get them. So he'll replace himself on Destruction, which makes him a little bit better than Deltaros, because Deltaros is only by card effect. This is just in general. So in that regard, it's pretty good. But let's see. Next we have Levier The Sea Dragon. Holy crap. Okay. So immediately, even if the rest of this box is trash right now, this is a card that will, at some point in Duel Links' life cycle, be really good. It's a generic rank 3, once per turn, detach one, then target a banished level 4 lower monster, special it to your field. This can be your banished or your opponent's, which means if we get things like Dark Arm Dragon, for some reason, the banished Darks in the graveyard, you can bring back one of them. You can use this probably in Light Swans in that Chaos deck. That might be a fun little place for this. Bring back a Raiden or a Lumina, and then go for more synchro plays. That could be a really solid shout, actually. Oh, great. A very good ultra rare. Again, it's a staple with XYZs. You only really need one of each, and Duel Links kind of has the same issue with synchros in that you can't make this XYZ toolbox, and eventually this card will get power crept. So but to be fair, by the time this card will probably see, proper play, it might be power crept out of existence. So we'll have to wait and see. And then I'm gonna guess, is it the WindUp Shark? It is the WindUp Shark. Okay, this guy, when a WindUp is normal specialed, you bring him out from your hand, and once per turn you can make his level increase by 1 or decrease it by 1. So level modulation for XYZ effects, summoning XYZ monsters, very, very good for that deck. I believe he's the main one that does that. We have WindUp Rat by a Bronk, which does some special summoning. So you might want to unlock Bronk and rank him up if you want to play Windups, because I think that's going to be a very important card. Now onto our super rares. We have WindUp Zen Mains. Okay, we are getting it. Generic level 3, rank 3, sorry. If this face-up card on the field will be destroyed by battle by card effect, detach one instead. Okay, has protection, put in defense mode, you stall for a couple of turns. Fine. Once per turn in the end phase, if this effect was used, target card on the field and destroy it. It's a good card. It did see play in the TCG, but in Duel Links, I don't know how good it's going to be, again, because we have so many things that banish and not destroy. If this was, if this released a year ago, when it was meant to, then maybe things would have been different. But right now, it's decent, but I don't know how good it can be. Then we have number 50, Black Ship of Corn. Okay, plant rank 4 generic. Once per turn, detach one from this card, then target one face of monster your opponent controls with attack less damage because this card's attack. Send it to the graveyard. If you do, burn your opponent for 500, but you can't attack with this card during that turn. So it's a worse Castell. Obviously, we don't have that in Duel Links either, but another generic rank 4 just makes, the current package even better. Like, Teller's just got a very, very good card, removal card in this, which they didn't have outside of Deltaros. So now you have a level 2, or sorry, level 2, a 2 material Deltaros basically. And the fact you can only pop things weaker than it is kind of an issue. 2100 isn't that big, but if you were to, I think, Gaga Girl, if you use that deck and you make Gaga Girl level 4, go for this, Gaga Girl makes monster 0, and then you just remove that monster, then that's pretty decent. It does target though, so kind of annoying, but it does sense. It does get around any destruction effects, which is quite nice. So far for generic XYZs, this box is kind of crazy. Then we have Diamond Direwolf. Okay, Konami. Okay, this box is going to be relevant for a while, even if the rest of the box is terrible. This card is crazy. Generic rank 4, once per turn, detach an XYZ material from this card and target a beast, beast warrior, or wind beast you control, and one other card on the field, and destroy them. This is an XYZ Scrap Dragon. You can target itself, so you can summon this, pop this guy, and one card your opponent controls, and use him as some pseudo removal. So if you have a way to recur back the materials you got rid of, then he's pretty good. Blackwings can use this, Loonlights can use this, Harpies can use this. You now for Blackwings especially, you might have a way for them to bait out the Floodgate. Because, their deck does kind of die to the first Floodgate that comes on the field. If you have your Black Whirlwinds, you summon your Simoon or your Zephyros, you Floodgate it, they can't search. And then they need everything else in their hand. If they bait this out first, then that's going to be really powerful for that deck. So, okay, what else have you got for this mini box? We have Heraldic Beast Leo. Oh no. If we have his XYZs, then Vectrix, the kind of main antagonist of Season 1, isn't going to be coming to the game. Okay. I don't know what these cards do aside from the anime. So during the end phase, the turn was normal summoned, destroy this card. When this card is sent to the graveyard, add one Heraldic Beast from your deck to your hand, except itself, hard once per turn effect. Clearly, you're going to summon this and then rank him off into an XYZ summon. Like, that's clearly what's going to happen. But the fact it searches when it's sent to the graveyard is really good because you can detach that from a monster, and then assuming that timing doesn't get messed up because it's a when effect, you can get its effect off. So either by being destroyed, sent to the graveyard, it will trigger, but gonna have to wait and see. Of course, it does work with Diamond Direwolf because that card is a beast, so you summon your Direwolf, you pop Leo, get a search off, pop a card on the field. That makes a ton of sense. Then we have WindUp Magician again. We thought this one was coming. Very, very good card. For an effective WindUp is activated, except himself. Special level 4 lower WindUp from your deck in defense mode. So you summon this, activate Shark's effect, summon the Shark, WindUp Magician effects activate, summon another one, go in for a rank 3 XYZ summon, which I hope we have a rank 3 WindUp. Like a proper, 3 material rank 3 rather than the 2 material Zen Mains. So then we have Rella, which we had already, I think, from a selection box, which is fine. Getting a reprint of that is perfectly normal. We got Karma Cut in the last mini box. Kind of nice now, giving us some reprints in here to make it so the main boxes aren't so filled up with selection box reprints, meaning next month's box, November, should be the box we get Stratos in, which would be kind of nice. Then we have Heroine Captain. Finally, this dude makes the Duel Links. So it has the whole lockdown thing. If you have 2 on the one field, then you can't attack. And when it's normal summoned, special another level 4 lower monster from your hand. So yes, it does. It is obviously very good for the XYZ summon. But if you summon 2 of these guys, then you have a Dynalock, forcing your opponent to remove it via things like Diamond Magical Circle or Diamond Direwolf, popping a card, whatever. So cool card we're getting from the TCG from way back in GOAT format. Will it be good? I don't think so. I think the fact it's super rare means Konami knows that it might be okay, but I don't see this card, being ridiculous outside of some very early on, platinum rank Power of the Guardian stall decks, which might be kind of interesting to see if that does plague the meta at all. Then we have Charged Up Heraldry. Tribute monster. Special 2 Heraldic Beasts from your deck in defense mode. Also, you can't special from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except Psychic or Machines. That's kind of crazy in that you don't have to tribute off, like you don't have to summon monsters with different names. So you can get rid of your Heraldic Leo and then summon out these two, and then use Leo to search out for another Heraldic Beast. Assuming again timing doesn't get missed and all that stuff. Wow. Psychic or Machine, we've had a couple of machines already. Psychic we need to see because those are going to be the Heraldic Beast kind of XYZs. But that's I think Heraldic Beast, I think the archetype itself isn't very good, but its support cards are insane. Like if this was any other archetype, this would be the most broken deck possible. So maybe they'll have the Duel Links luck of being, you know, a very underwhelming TCG deck suddenly being very good in Duel Links. And then we have Giga Gear. Again, we saw this one. Special summon 2 Giganos from your deck, increase levels by 1. That's fine. Probably will see play, but it depends on whether the deck will use the Giganos more than the Gigas. We'll have to wait and see for that one. And then we have XYZ Veil. Face-up XYZ monsters with XYZ material cannot be targeted by card effects. There we go, a blanket XYZ protection trap card. Might be okay, kind of like XYZ block I think it is from the last box. It has Levier The Dragon on it, which I kind of thought would be the cover card of this box, but maybe that'll be the next main box cover card. We'll have to wait and see. But so far, like, I mean, that is all the Ultra Res, Super Res. That's not bad. I don't think that anything here will be a top tier deck. I think there needs to be way more done to the current metagame to kind of fix that, especially with Shiranui's being so prevalent. You know, having 2 different variants being 2 very good top tier decks. Karakuri windups were a thing in the TCG back in the day, but we haven't got their main card that kind of links them together. No, Karakuri GEARGIA, sorry. That kind of links together. I think that's Birdman. That kind of links them together, so we don't have them in Duel Links. So I don't think they'll be a package you see together. But we're getting Zenimack, Zen Main, sorry, which is a rank 5 XYZ. So Cyber Dragons can now play this, which is really cool. Detach 1 to target 2 set cards on the field and destroy them. Kind of makes so you don't have to use your, what's it called, your Overflow, which is quite nice. We're getting Zen Matey. Okay, that's 2 level 3s and can special summon a WindUp by detaching 1. Nice. We're getting Heraldry Patriarch, which is a 2 level 4 psychic one. I believe are we getting any others? We're getting, of course, Gigant X, which is ridiculous. This card is honestly really good for an XYZ, being a normal. I think I know why, but this card is kind of crazy. We're getting Heraldry Crest number 69. This guy, negate the effects of all our face-up XYZs on the field, which obviously in Duel Links, we don't really have a meta where XYZs are seen played 24/7, so when we do, this card might be a very good shout. It's generic, 3 level 4s, and you could target an XYZ on the field and yoink its name, its attack points, and its effect. Not attack points, like just its name and its effect. So you can yoink a Deltaros, detach 1, get a pop. You can yoink a Utopia, stop an attack. Obviously until the end phase, which is fine. It's a very versatile card that could see play in Duel Links just by nature of the fact it is going to be a decent style line monster and it can shut down those plays. But again, with all these XYZs actually, right now they have some very niche use cases, I think. But the whole when they become super clear isn't right now, and it's for the future. And this box will be one that I think for Levier, for Black Shiver Corn, for Diamond Direwolf, you're going to want to come back to. So maybe going to this box and getting those cards, 1 copy of each of them, might not be a bad shout, even if the windups and the Gigas and the Heraldic Beasts don't seem to light the meta on fire, which I don't think they will do, despite them being, this is a very TCG bait box actually. The only way it could be more bait is if we had, we had a Burning Abyss or Zodiac. But I think when those come, those will genuinely shake up the meta, and they'll be best served for a main box. So yeah, let me know down below what you think of the brand new box, Voltage of the Metal, coming out tomorrow. That's kind of crazy we're getting it so soon, but should be a fun time to see what decks are made. And I don't know what I'm doing yet as regards to going into the box. I have like 12,000 gems saved up, so I can probably go in, but it just depends on whether these decks are enough for me to think, you know what, I kind of want to play them, which I'll be going in just for the generic stuff, obviously, but I think Geargias might be, that's the thing actually, Geargias, actually thinking about it, it's not a very big investment for that archetype. It's literally 1 UR which you want 2 or 3 of, and then maybe 2 of the trap. so it might not be that bad of an investment actually. Who knows? Anyway, let me know down below what you think. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next Duel Links video. See you then.